to go all the way back to New York on the bus. I got in my Uber, y'all. Once I got inside the Uber and I touched down the city, I was bawling in my Uber. Yeah, I was crying in the back of the Uber because I was just so exhausted and frustrated. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sierra. If you're new here, hey sis, hey, welcome to the family. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a life update, just basically answering questions that I've been avoiding or never touched on, just trying to update you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna break the video up into college, my relationship, YouTube, and also goals for 2021. If you're new here or forgot, I attended Hampton University for the fall of 2018. 2018 was very, very much hectic. I had super high highs and very low lows, like the lowest that I've ever been in my life. So the college admission process was very, very much difficult for me just because I'm coming from a single family household. It's already like I only have one person to lean on financially, you know, for whatever I need, I only have one person. And on top of that, I come from an immigrant family as well too. So I'm first gen. My mom doesn't really know too much about the college process in, you know, America or whatever. So it's kind of hard for me to navigate, and I only really have myself and my college counselor. So life just kind of was like it was always something. I had to make sure I was really on top of my shit, and I was trying my hardest to be. I graduated, had all those happy days with prom and everything, and it got to a point where I almost felt like I wasn't gonna make it to Hampton just because of money. God always gonna provide a way, and I ended up making it, right? But to be honest, I only really knew how I was gonna pay just for the fall semester. I didn't have enough money to pay for spring as well. Like, my mom had some money saved up for me or whatever, but like, that's straight out of pocket. These loans, I didn't qualify for the Parent Plus loan to begin with. That's one, right? I had no cosigner to get a private loan. And on top of it, I wasn't even really comfortable with taking out all of those private loans myself, you know? So yeah, when I look back at it, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I would have been swimming in debt, y'all. I only had enough money to pay for the fall semester, and that was like the biggest problem, right? I started school, and initially it was good. Like, I'm making a lot of friends, I'm having a good time, and that was my attitude for the rest of August and like all of September. Then October comes around, midterms. First things first, the grades that I was pulling around midterms was not a reflection of who I was at all. Like, coming from high school, a straight AB student, average 3.4, 3.5, like, it made me feel like shit when I was seeing my grades that I was getting in college, and I'm just like, wait, like, this is not me. I even started the semester off really strong with 3.7, so I'm like, what's happening? And midterms was beating my ass. I remember I forgot to wake up at a certain time for one midterm, got a 0. Like, I was just, y'all, like, life was beating my ass. I didn't have enough money for a lot of the books that I needed. I didn't realize that books was this goddamn expensive. Like, it kind of just felt like I was scraping up every penny, nickel, and dime that I owned to even stay in school. And it was stressing me out while I was there the entire time. Cool, that was the first thing that I wasn't getting with. 2, I didn't feel like I was learning a damn thing. Kid you not, y'all, like, to looking back on it, I don't know what the hell I learned, like, at all. I really appreciated my English professor, because he was amazing, but like, other than that, baby, and I wasn't even an English major, okay? I was a broadcast journalist and a strat-com major, whatever. So I had no idea what was going on. I started second guessing, thinking like, what am I gonna get out of this career? Because all I see is debt right now. I don't even know where I'm going with this degree. Like, it was a bunch of like negative thoughts taking over my mind during this time, right? So that's 2. 3, I didn't have no money in terms of jobs. Like, my mom didn't want me to work freshman year. I didn't even think we could work anyways freshman year. And I didn't have work study either. It was just a lot. And I'm used to having a little bit of change because I had jobs in high school, whatever. To not have no bread and be in the middle of nowhere and you really can't get what you want to get when you want it. It's just a lot. It was a lot of stress that I had that I couldn't really, like, you know, function. Granted, every day wasn't bad, but like, this is a distraction until the next time, you get what I'm saying? And then another thing was that I was homesick. I missed Brooklyn. Coming from Brooklyn, New York, and going to Hampton, Virginia was a big switch up for me. And like, it really didn't set in until like 2 months into it. I was like, damn, like, I missed like everything being open until 1 in the morning. Like, I missed, you know, having things so accessible to me. Like, I missed having like, you know, the city environment. I just missed everything about it. I missed my boyfriend. I was homesick. I just missed my mom. Like, I just missed everybody. I kind of feel like I was at jail. Like, it was crazy to me. Like, I was just feeling very much like not myself. I lost weight. I went down 2 G sizes, y'all. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is just not it. And it got to the point when I realized, like, see, I don't even know how we're going to come back for spring of 2019, like the other half of my freshman year. So, came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to go back. I came back home. I remember, y'all, it was so sad. Like, my best friend, I was so sad that day. Like, I was exhausted. I was doing a runaround the entire day. Couldn't get cleared in time. That happened. I had to go all the way back to New York on the bus. I got in my Uber, y'all. Once I got inside the Uber and I touched down the city, I was bawling in my Uber. Yeah, I was crying in the back of the Uber because I was just so exhausted and frustrated. I just kind of felt like this whole shit was for no reason. I gave Hampton so much of my money that I really regret. Like, I wish I just didn't go to college at all and I kept the bread and did what I wanted to do with it. Like, you know, I was feeling to go and God brought me and showed my stupid ass something. I was like, here you go. Do you like it? No. But anyways, yeah, when I had got back home after school, I was really depressed. I'm gonna be real. I was really depressed. I kind of felt like no one cared about me, one, because I felt like the friends that I did have didn't even check for me like that. And I was like, wow, okay. Not to say that my friends wasn't good friends, because they were amazing friends, but I didn't feel like people cared about me to the extent that I would have cared. I would have cared a lot more, and I wasn't getting that comfort or that, you know, reassurance that shit gonna be okay. You know, I was kind of in my own thoughts a lot of the times. But y'all know I'm a Leo, so I be overreacting. So, you know, it could have just been in my head. That's just exactly how I felt at the time, you know? So that was the first thing. 2, I had, you know, went through a little breakup with my boyfriend. We don't get into that, but I went through a little breakup. So everything that I thought like I desired in life was school, my relationship, my friends, having a good time, things that I was focused on in high school, it got pulled up under me like real quick. I had nothing at that point. Like, I didn't have no job. I had no idea what I was gonna do because I only prepared for school my entire life. Like, I didn't have anything else to think about or worry about. So to not be in school, I have no boyfriend, okay? My friends are all doing their own thing. I'm by myself back in the city. Like, I was just depressed because I was like, what is happening in my life? I gave myself all of a week, okay? 1 week to cry, feel helpless, lay there and exist. And then after that, I said, see, this ain't it. All you want to do is school for, but what else are you passionate about? What else are you good at? What's going to happen? And that's why I tell apply to jobs. And then, like, y'all, I'm going to be real. I have nothing against a 9-to-5, like, nothing. But I'm all about my own mental sanity and how I feel about myself. Me standing up in Target as soon as I got back from school was not gonna make me happy. If anything, I was gonna think about my life way more. I was gonna feel like I was not doing nothing way more than if I did something else that I really wanted to do, you know? And I'm like, I don't wanna sit in Target. I wanna be in class. I don't wanna be at a job that I really don't want. And another thing too, I hate customer service who take jobs that they don't wanna be at. So I didn't wanna be one of those workers mad as hell every day because I don't wanna work here, you know? So I was like, at this point, see, what else do you wanna do? And that's when I found YouTube. And I was like, I'm about to put my all into YouTube. I'm gonna really put my all into it. In the meantime, I was still looking for a job because I wanted a job, but I was really focused on YouTube. You guys know, started my channel. I got monetized in like 3 months. And I realized like, oh, like, it's lit. Like, it's lit. I got my first couple of sponsorships. I'm getting a little bit coin through this. And I'm just like, see, like, this is just the beginning. Like, we could really do this. You know, I was enjoying what I was doing. I woke up every day enjoying what I was doing and everything. And a little manifestation story. So I found this old book in my mom's like storage stuff. Because my mom is a hoarder. She keeps all of my like old notes that I wrote to her when I was younger and cards and stuff. And I remember I found this old journal of mine that I had from like 7th grade. I had put down that I want to start a YouTube channel like this school year. Kid y'all not, y'all, I don't even recollect that from my memory like in real time. If I didn't see that in the journal, I wouldn't have remembered that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I was like, what? I want to start a YouTube channel in 7th grade. I don't remember. It was so cute to me. I was like, yo, like life really comes full circle. And I also remembered that I used to say this when I was like 16 a lot. I was like, I want to get paid to talk and look pretty. I just want to get paid to look pretty. Like, I just want to get paid to look pretty. I want to get paid to talk. I used to say that all the time. I could ask my boyfriend, like, I say that shit all the time. And then I had to sit one day and I was like, see, You get paid to talk and look pretty. Like, yo, like that shit is crazy. But like, yeah, I was still applying to the fall semester 2019. Yes, I was gonna come back to school in the fall of last year. I was just putting my application in just to see like what could happen. You know, I wanted it to be just in case, you know? So I applied, I did a lot of extra stuff, you know, I'm having a good time. At this point, around April time, I was in a better space with myself. I felt better with myself. I went out with my friends for beach weekend. It was a good time. Summer was a good time. A lot was happening and I felt really good. So by the time fall came around, and I ended up not going back to school. But with the fall that was different from the spring is the fact that like I had money to go back to school, but it wasn't enough for me to feel comfortable. And a lot of reasons why I wasn't able to apply myself in class for real, and actually do it is because I was so caught up in how I'm gonna pay for it. I couldn't even function in class. Like, that's just how I was feeling. And I'm like, I don't wanna put myself through that depression all over again for no reason. So like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just sit this out. I plan to go back, but like, honestly, if I'm being 100% truthful, I have no desire for school no more, like zero. And it took me a long time to come to the realization like, yo, I really don't want to be in college anymore. Because, yo, when I tell you I was trained since I was like this tall to be in school, that like to get to the point where like I don't care for it anymore, it was just bizarre to me. It was really bizarre. I remember me and my mom was having a conversation, and my mom, she really wants me to get my degree because it's all she envisioned for me growing up, and she worked really hard to make sure I was in a good school and I was doing stuff that I had to do. And I don't want to disappoint my mother, I really don't, but I feel like a burden to even be in school knowing that we can't afford it. I feel like to afford something, you should be able to pay for it effortlessly. I'm not paying for school effortlessly. I'm struggling, and I don't want to struggle. I don't want to struggle for anything. Like if I could do something else in the meantime and revisit school, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not about to struggle and give people my coins who don't really care about me. Because if I'm being real, I hated the way Hampton dealt with that situation. Hampton did not help me in ways that they could have, because I felt alone throughout this entire process. Like everybody was acting like they didn't know what the hell I was talking about or what to do for me or nothing. So I'm like, I'm not doing that to myself again. That shit is a dub. Like, it's a dub. So I tried online school. I looked into it. I think I looked into it maybe like May of this year. And when I tell y'all I was this close to having an emotional breakdown, that I just wasn't passionate about nothing. I'm looking at the majors, I'm looking at the prices, and just like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do it. I really have no desire. Like, the same anxiety and depression that I was feeling back when I was in my fall semester, I felt that again for a small second. I'm just like, yo, like, that shit is not healthy for my spirit. Like, I really don't want to do this shit. So for right now, school's on a pause, but I am interested in getting my real estate license just because I had an interest in real estate in high school and I kind of just dropped the idea. But I want to pick it back up just because it's achievable. I could do it. Like, I looked into all the credentials that I need to even apply myself and how much money I need and like classes and stuff like that. It's cheap. It's like $500 to really get started in the classes and take your exams and stuff like that. But I don't know yet. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm really trying to I want to dip my foot in all different puddles. I'm in my 20s. I'm 20 now, y'all. So I want to, dip my foot in all puddles and just see where life takes me and just do what I can control. That's just where I'm at with it right now. So from now on, I want to hear no more about college and react with it. Now, let's talk about my relationship, because I feel like I did not talk about it. And if you're OG on my channel, already been here since the beginning when I had like 100 subscribers, you guys know that I did a Q&A beginning of last year when I first started my channel. And I had got the question like, am I still in a relationship or what's up with that? And I told you guys that I was single. So when I started my YouTube channel, fresh out of a breakup, and I was just trying to keep myself busy. I did think about it a lot, but it's what it is. And yeah, to give y'all a detail about our breakup, I'm gonna keep it real short and speak because it's old shit. We just wasn't in sync, okay? I had a lot going on with school that was stressing me out. He had a lot of his personal life going on too. And it just seemed like we just couldn't get on the same page. A lot of selfishness happening, a lot of like schedules happening, a lot of like, a lot of bullshit. It just wasn't clicking at that time. And that was the first time in our entire relationship we just was not clicking, okay? So we broke up. That's what happened. And it was hard for me just because I feel like I'm the type of person, my loyalty is just so 10 toes down that even when I'm going through shit and I'm fighting battles, I still manage to try to be there for people. So, yeah, I had feelings that I had went through that little breakup or whatever. That happened in January of 2019. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I became single, the dogs was out. They was howling, they was barking, they was trying to see what's good over here, like all of that. And I tried to do the whole dating thing, like immediately after the breakup, but it wasn't working. Like I was so irritated. I had unsettled feelings. I didn't want to talk. I was just very much still going through my emotions. And I told myself, you know what, Sierra, just take a step back and gather yourself before you go back into that atmosphere, you know? So I took 3 months to myself, celibacy, no sex, no nothing, no sex, no weed, no liquor, no nothing. Like just by myself, going through the feelings, feeling it every day. Some days were good, some days were bad, but like I was feeling everything, right? By the time April came around, in a whole different space. I was feeling way better about life, started working out again. I was just feeling really good about myself. Like life was just good, you know? I started dating again. Okay, y'all, having a cute little roster, had, you know, this shit was coming and going. And yeah, so then summer come back around. I want to say around like late June or whatever. I posted a Father's Day video, y'all. So if you guys know, it's deleted now because fuck that nigga. But I posted a Father's Day video just talking about my relationship with my father. And I talked briefly about my relationship in that video, if you guys remember. And yeah, my boo seen it. Well, my now boo, okay? He's seen it, and he hit me up, and it was crazy how life worked because he had my old phone number. I had a new phone, but I had my second phone still, so I seen it pop up on my other phone, and it was like a chance that I seen that shit. So we had like, you know, rekindling or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, he's talking for the first time. We ain't talking like 6 months, and July comes around, August come around. In July, I was in a good space, but I was seeing somebody. I'm gonna be real, I was seeing somebody, y'all, but it was just so crazy how my boyfriend came back up into my life. Like, the stars started to realign. Like, everybody that I was talking to was dropping like flies. I was no longer interested, and I wasn't forcing myself to focus on him either. That's a big thing about it too. I was literally just living and existing, but it seemed like once he came back, all the niggas that I was dealing with was just not cutting it for me. Like, they was not doing it for me. They were just acting different. I'm like, what's happening? Okay, and then, you know, I was talking to him here and there in July or whatever, but like, I wasn't trying to give it no play, y'all. I'm gonna be real. I just wanted to keep it cordial because I'm like, I'm not trying to do that again. Blah, blah, blah. I was heavy on not trying to do that again. And yeah, August comes back around, my birthday comes back around. We ended up rekindling. You guys know, like, I'm not gonna go so much in detail. Just know we rekindled for sure in August, and it was really nice. Like, it just kind of felt right, if that makes sense. And you know, got back together. And I remember I had to check it ready with me on my channel still. And I was like, it's a lot of distractions happening, y'all. That was a distraction, y'all. That was a distraction. But yeah, thank God though, you know. And the craziest part about this whole experience, and I wanted to share it with you guys just to show, like, I'm the kind of person, if it's ever to a point where it's fuck Sierra, I'm gonna need you to stand in that, okay? And I'm the type of person, it's one and done. You ever violate me, make me feel no kind of way, it's one and done. And I keep that up. I'm gonna be real, there's girls that I fell out with, it's no smoke or nothing like that, but we never reverted, ever. I never trusted you, I never wanted to talk to you, saying none of that. When it came to him, and mind you, not just girls, other guys that I dated to in the past, I don't deal with you at all. When it came to him, he hurt me. Like, that hurt. Like, that whole situation that we went through hurt. It hurt a lot, actually. And for some reason, I had no malice in my heart for him. Zero. And it was shocking me, kind of like, see what's going on, because this is not true, because it's one and done. Like, it's a dub for everybody, you know? So the fact that I didn't have that, and we managed to really, and when we started talking again, y'all, it felt like yesterday. Like, we just spoke yesterday. And I'm like, this is odd. And like, now it's like we better than ever, like better than ever. Very much love my boo, very much great. I'm grateful for every experience that I experienced that year, just because it was like a growing moment for me. And you know, I learned a lot about myself, and I feel like it was just meant to happen, you know? And I trust God. Literally, like, that door closed in my life with college and, you know, all that extra stuff that happened. Those doors closed. And I'm so grateful that, like, you know, other doors are opening, like, every day, literally. So yeah, that's how we got. Now talk about YouTube. So YouTube is going really good, but like right now we breathing on full K-neck. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, y'all. I'm doing my part. Please do y'all's. Okay. And yeah, like I'm really like, you know, comfortable where I'm at, comfortable with my growth. I'm comfortable with like this journey that I'm on. You know, I mean, there's some days I wake up and I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I feel like I could do more, or just, you know, having the feelings of like comparing yourself to like your old version of yourself or other people, stuff like that. But like I'm getting more comfortable in the fact that like this is a journey, and I want to feel everything throughout this journey. I want to feel the highs, the lows. I want to feel the times that I have creative block. I want to feel the times that I meet new people. I want to feel everything, because when we reach the end goal and it's really worth it, it's gonna feel so good, you know? So that's kind of what's been keeping me motivated to keep going or whatever. And yeah, I've met some really cool girls so far on YouTube. People that I watch that I didn't even think knew of me be like, hey girl, I watch you too. I'm like, you watch me? Like, y'all, that shit is a different feeling. Like, it's really a different feeling. I met one of my close friends, Susie, on YouTube. I'm gonna link her channel above or down below, whatever, so you guys can see her. But yeah, we met through YouTube, and like when I tell y'all, like a baddie, great friend, like good person, like I'm just so happy to have met her and like other girls that I met on YouTube as well too. Even if it's a small DM, like keep doing what you're doing, sis, or you know, just linking up, seeing each other. Like I like stuff like that, and I'm being more comfortable. You guys know I'm from Brooklyn. We not the nicest out the bunch, okay? And I've really been trying to be like super nice, super outgoing, and just, you know, being open to new connections and friendships and stuff like that. And it's a good vibe. Like if you want to do YouTube, I encourage you to just stop procrastinating, just put out your first video, and I promise you, no matter what the video is, you're gonna hate it 2 years from now. So just do it, okay? I did have a pretty good time. I really want to move to Atlanta because Atlanta is a spot, like, period. I've been wanting to move to Atlanta since I was like 14, and I'm like, it's time to just take that risk and just go see what to do out there in the A and just have a good time. And coming soon, I'm actually saving to move out very soon. My goal was September 2022, but if 2021 looking like it's time, then yeah, but latest is 2022. Basically it, like it's a couple girls that I watch on YouTube that I can't wait to link up with, that I already like spoke to and stuff like that, but it's a good vibe. Now let's talk about 2021 goals. Y'all, I have so much planned for next year. Like I feel like this year was very necessary. I feel like this year brought a lot of perspective into like who I want to be and what I want to do, right? 2021 is the action steps. Like I'm really working on something, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm working on something, oh my god, and it's like my little baby that I've been nursing, planning, thinking about all the time. In 2021, I'm taking all of the action steps the entire year to like build it, get it together. And then 2022, specifically February 2022, when you see it, just know your girl worked really hard on this, okay? So yeah, that's basically what I got going on. That's where I'm at right now. Emotions, honestly, y'all, I'm in a good space. Could be better, but every day it's still a blessing to be alive, and I feel good, and you know, it is what it is. So yeah, that's basically the end of today's video. Make sure to ask me any more questions and things that you want to talk about in the comment section below, anything I can clarify. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much.